A woman wakes up in a dim bedroom. She feels drowsy and disoriented. Her head aches. As her eyes adjust to the light, she looks down and freezes. A dead man is sitting on the floor by the bathroom. For a moment, she cannot breathe. Her chest tightens. She wants to scream, but no sound comes out. Tears begin to fall as panic sets in. Minutes pass. Slowly, she begins to calm down enough to think. That's when she realizes something even worse. She doesn't remember anything. Not her name. Not how she got there. Not why she's in this cabin. Nothing about herself exists in her mind. Terrified but desperate for answers, she begins searching the room for clues. Her first instinct is to check the dead man. With shaking hands, she reaches into his pockets and pulls out a wallet. Inside is an ID card. Dr. Davis. He's a doctor, she says. Her mind races. Maybe he drugged her. Maybe he brought her here. Maybe she fought back. Maybe she killed him in self-defense. But another thought creeps in. If Dr. Davis brought her here, he might not have come alone. Someone might come looking for him. Fear floods her again. She needs to prepare. She begins searching the cabin for anything she can use as a weapon. A knife, a stick, anything. The cabin is mostly empty. She finds nothing useful inside. She walks outside. The cabin sits alone in the woods. She picks up a few rocks from the ground, but none of them would really help in a fight. Defeated, she goes back inside. While searching the floor, she notices something crumpled near the wall. A small piece of paper. She unfolds it. Written on it are the words, "Let's finish what we started." Her heart begins racing again. This must be Dr. Davis's note, she thinks to herself. He must have been planning something with her, something dangerous. Was he trying to hurt her? Did she kill him? Was it done in self-defense? Suddenly, she hears a car approaching outside. Her body goes cold. This must be them. Dr. Davis's friends. They've come looking for him. She hides inside a closet, holding her breath. Moments later, the front door bursts open. A group of masked men rushes into the cabin. They search the house quickly and find her hiding. They grab her and drag her out. She fights with everything she has, kicking, screaming, scratching. In the chaos, she manages to break loose and runs down into the basement. She slams the basement door shut and locks it. The masked men begin pounding on the door from the other side. She starts pushing furniture against it, trying to barricade herself in, but the basement has no exit, nowhere to run. While searching the basement for something to defend herself with, she knocks over a folder on the floor and sees Dr. Davis written on it. It looks like a medical chart. She opens it. Inside are documents describing a patient who suffers from transient global amnesia, a rare condition where the person loses their memory repeatedly and cannot retain their identity or recent events. The patient is described as dangerous. She turns the page. There is a photograph. She looks at the picture. She slowly looks up at a mirror hanging on the basement wall. The same face looks back at her. The name printed on the chart reads, Amy. Her name is Amy. But she shakes her head in disbelief. These people must be lying. They must be drugging her, trying to convince her she's crazy. The banging on the door grows louder. Then she hears a voice shouting from outside. A man's voice. Amy, what have you done? She keeps pushing furniture against the door, trying to hold them back, but it's not enough. The door finally breaks open, and masked men rush in and grab her. Amy screams as they drag her outside and force her into a car. Inside the vehicle sits an older man wearing a lab coat. He looks exhausted, disappointed. He stares at her and quietly says, Amy, what have you done? I thought we were past this. Amy doesn't understand. They drive back to a medical clinic. Once inside, the doctor sits her down and places a journal in front of her. He tells her to read it. Amy opens the journal. The handwriting looks familiar. The entries are instructions written by her own previous self. She left clues every day to stay true to the plan. They describe how she had been pretending to improve during treatment, how she slowly gained Dr. Davis's trust, how she convinced him she was ready for a new experimental treatment at the remote cabin used by the hospital for patient rehabilitation. Every step was planned, every conversation rehearsed, every reaction practiced. All so she could lure Dr. Davis into the cabin. Amy's hands begin to shake as she continues reading. However, there is no doubt, it was all her. She brought Dr. Davis there. She set everything up. She wasn't a victim. She turns to the back of the medical file. There are newspaper clippings, old reports, stories of similar incidents. Doctors attacked, staff members killed. Each one connected to a patient suffering from extreme amnesia. The same patient, Amy. Suddenly she understands. This wasn't the first time. She has done this many times before. Each time waking up with no memory. Each time discovering the truth again. Amy slowly closes the file. She smiles and realizes she was never the prey. She was always the predator. Comment below and follow for more stories.